A Chicago skyline, 5 miles south of the one most people know. This is Robert Taylor Homes, the largest housing project in the world, the poorest urban community in the United States.
What happens when you combine the darkness with the light? Bringing pain like two bad nurses, and the pain from these here motherfucking verses. Ridiculous thirsts involving hearses. To the dirt shit first, pick Simmons and autos to work with. Slugs to the shirt shit, chest of squirt shit. I'm picking it with an expert kid. From birth to the earth split, it'll hurt bitch. Show you how worse it than worse get in its zone. See the vein when the pain repelling, then the clothes and the curtains bitch. When adrenaline's pumping, I don't understand discussion. Only hear certain shit. I'm a misunderstood nigga, and I'm off my square. How got me reversing clips and dispersing shit.
What can I say to make you see how the fuck I feel? To make me wanna jump off of the edge. I'm charged up and stuff is getting shot up on the legs. Don't pain instead of cane, I took a blood off to the head.
So tell me what it said.
Retaliate with lethal repercussion. I feel a reefer rushing and go into things like it's a wicked stick. If the Benadryl, hop back up in the steel to get the kicking shit for niggas and bitches that I kick it with. I was born to get you pumped up. It's like some lead bust, cause again motherfuckers a head rust. And your head's bust when you jumped up. Cause what I said must stick out your geek, my eyes red plus. For smoking shit the niggas hit on and die. Made me wanna slip the clip on the side. And if you act like a bitch on the side, if we have to, then the whole west side and let the shit go on and ride with the trigger bust. Like when the motherfucker have to go and pick up the pump to make his opposition chest kick up and jump. When you lit up the gun to make your body get up and like when the motherfucker have to go.
Volume 2, Murder at Close Range. This occurred on Christmas morning, maybe like 2 in the morning. I gotta be very careful in telling this one because I don't want to bring names up to respect the guilty and the deceased and the innocent. So in Chicago, we call youngsters shorties. I know a lot of people call shorties female shorties, but we call them shorties. So I'm gonna have to tell this story in a way where, alright, just put it like this. Some shorties they were sitting in the crib of this female house, and they were young, like 12, 13. And some older guys came over, and this is wartime now. It's still the GDBD war. And like I said, they were like 12, 13, 14. Maybe one of them was 15, something like that. 12, 13, 14, 15. Anyway, some older guys came over, and they were like, what y'all about to do? What y'all doing? And the shorties replied, nothing. So they was like, y'all coming with us. It was 2 guys who came. These was certified crazy. I mean, they got SSI checks and everything. One of them was huge. He was like a damn giant. And he always combed his hair straight up like Don King, no joke. And the shorties could see in their eyes, like, man, they was zooted. It wasn't a good feeling. You knew that eerie feeling. But anyway, shorties, they gotta, the older folks said, come, let's go. They had to go. So, creeping out the project building, the shorties realized the older folks was taking them into the enemy's building. So they knew it was gonna be some shit. They didn't have no pistols, the shorties didn't. And the older ones was like, look, y'all gonna be our lookouts. So they go in the building. They go up to one of the enemy's apartment in the building. It was like on, can't remember what floor, maybe the 13th floor, I think. But anyway, so the shorties was nervous because, they didn't have no pistols. And, these were some big scary motherfuckers. I I'm telling you real shit. This is no exaggeration. But anyway, so the older folks knock on the door. Nobody comes to the door. So they go like in the stairwells, go down a couple floors looking around, don't see nothing. So maybe on the 5th floor, they decide to get on the elevator. So they get on the elevator and they hit the elevator going down. The elevator stopped maybe around 2 floors down. And when it stopped, you could hear people talking on the other side of the elevator. So when the elevator door opened, man, Joe, it was a bunch of GDs, like, so the GDs seen them and was like, oh, here go these niggas right here, what y'all doing in our building? So, one of them told one of them something in his ear, and a bunch of them ran off with him. Most likely, they was going to get some guns. So, the GDs told the shorties and the niggas in the elevator, yeah, tonight, either y'all gonna flip GD or y'all gonna die. And one of the GDs that was still there was like, told 2 of them to ride the elevator down with the motherfuckers on the elevator so they didn't run or nothing. Now, why these 2 decided to get on the elevator, I don't know. But they got on the elevator and they was gonna ride it down to the bottom floor where I guess the rest of them was supposed to be waiting. So as the elevator's going down, one of them is talking crazy like, yeah, nigga, y'all gonna flip or die. So the biggest one of the older folks just, now mind you, it's like, what, 1, 2, 3, 7 people stuffed into an elevator. Literally, stuffed into anybody know those Chicago elevators, you know. So, one of the GDs said, yeah, nigga, y'all gonna flip or die tonight. And one of the biggest ones, the one who combed his hair up straight like Don King, just turned and was like, nah, nigga, you gonna die. And pulled out a huge ass, it was like a Desert Eagle. Pulled it out. And when the guy seen him pull it out, he backed up kind of a little bit into the other guy. And the dude just hit him in the chest. Boom! And made him spin right there. Just imagine a 45 going off in a small compacted elevator. I mean, it fucks with your eardrums. Like, you go deaf. The other guy who was standing behind him was like, I can't imagine what he said, but the other older folks pulled out a gun and shot him in the face, like right by the jaw. I mean, like, literally, this dude's jaw was hanging on by the side of his skin. I mean, you can see where his tongue connected, like in his throat. That's how, that's how fucked up he was. Like, teeth, all that shit was everywhere. And this is not a lie. This is a real story. And just by the details I give y'all can go search this and find it. Pull up the news articles on this. So, this guy, the one who got shot first, he kind of stumbled back onto the little shorties. So shorties pushed him off of him, and then they hit him again. Boom! While he was like, because he couldn't fall and lay out, but he was like kneeling down. So they hit him again. Boom! By this time, the elevator had came and stopped on the first floor, and the doors open. And they was like, come on, let's go. Man, just imagine stepping over them and you glancing down and seeing this guy's face, the whole bottom half of his jaw was detached. And he was still alive. You can hear him gurgling. He was still alive. So, they run out from under the elevator, and you could hear the guys coming down the stairs, like, Cause they heard the gunshots or something. Now, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But anyway, so motherfuckers ran out from under the building and ran back to the building that they came from. Now, you can see from the pictures, it's easy to run in the building in these Chicago project buildings and run up on one of the floors and look straight out directly to the other building. Now, mind you, this is like a Christmas morning, maybe like 2 in the morning. So the police get there quick because Chicago, the projects are so bad and so large, they have police stations built in the projects. So when they get there, you know, they call the ambulance and everything, and the shorties and some more of the other guys, they just standing in the building looking out, seeing what was going on. So they bring them out on stretchers, doing CPR and all that, and take them in the ambulance. Well, ambulance, excuse me. But anyway, one thing that a lot of people in Chicago know, especially if you part of that street life, if you're in critical condition and they're working on you in the ambulance, if they turn the light out, that means you dead. They stop working on you, they turn the light out in the back, it's a wrap. So it was like maybe 3 ambulances out there, and one of the ambulances, they turned the light off. So the other one, they was working on this guy, and I guess they thought they could save him, they pulled off. That was the guy whose jaw got blew off. He actually survived. He actually lived. He was seen maybe 6 months after that. He, you know, like what Kanye West said, they put a metal plate in his jaw, that's what they did to him. He survived that. But the one who got shot first, he didn't make it. He didn't make it. Now just imagine you hearing that ringing of that them guns going off in that small elevator, and you up close and personal watching what's happening. I mean, your ears wouldn't come back for like maybe like 3 days fully. Like that's how loud that shit was. The crazy part, you know, well, I can't say the crazy part because that was crazy, but the guy who died, his brother was a BD, and we all knew him. And he, you know, that's crazy, but that's gang life in Chicago. You might have family members in different organizations, and when something happens, you know, especially if it happens to them and it came from the organization you in, that's a tough pill to swallow, man. Tough pill to swallow. But yeah, you can't imagine, like when you young and you see murder like this up close and personal, it's just like something you can't imagine. But the guys end up getting caught. You know, like I said, these were crazy guys. The 2 older guys, they was crazy. And they committed some more murders before they got caught. But they got caught and they got charged with that one. Because the guys, when the elevator doors open and when the guys were standing there, they knew those 2 automatically. They, you know, they had a long history of knowing them, so. But that was a wild thing, you know. That was wild, man. It's 2. I can't even explain, like, man. And people may think this is fiction or these things like this don't happen frequently, but I'm telling y'all, I got more stories than I can count. This stuff actually goes on in Chicago. For real. So, when the guys, I guess the guys had told, you know, who they saw. So the police came to the building, the BD building, and they went up in there, and they went to the girl's house where everybody was at first. But her brother were the only ones there. So they arrested them and took them down, but they ain't hold on to them for long because they knew who they was looking for, and they just arrested them and tried to get them to tell where they were at. But man, that was, I mean, you can actually see this dude's tongue connect like to the inside of his throat. Like that was some movie shit to see. Like his jaw was hanging by like skin and a little bit of muscle or whatever that was. His whole jaw was off. No bullshit.